Great! I forgot to turn my mic on, and I was talking for like 5 minutes. 5 minute talking without you hearing anything. Wow. I'm so sorry about that. Yeah, and I haven't even started the music. Let me do that again. I mean, after it's the 5th stream in a row, so at some point there needed to be like there needed to go something south. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Malva, for letting me know. You're a wonderful moderator and a lifesaver. Okay, then let me start at the beginning again. Hi, glad that you are here. I saw that we had like 6 people watching. Now that we are down to 3, probably because I fucked up. But that's okay. Like I said, as long as one person is watching, the whole stream marathon is worth it. Especially today, I want to work on some maps, get something done. So the number of people watching don't matter too much, but of course I'm really thankful that you have decided to tune in to the live stream, or that you are watching the stream on YouTube after the stream is done and watching the rerun. Hi to everyone, hi to YouTube. Yeah, today I want to work on some maps because I have noticed that I was a little bit slow, or everything went a little bit sluggish, like today. Today was not very productive. I sat around a lot, watched some live streams, and I mean, I made some progress writing the script for the next YouTube video, but that was like in the last half hour before the stream started. And yeah, so I wanted to get a little bit back into map making again, because it has been a while and I was a little bit silent on Instagram and other social medias. And so I want to make some maps today with you. And what better way to get back into map making than to use a prompt list that I already showed you. You probably wondered why I show you a list titled Mapvember, because it is the map making challenge of November of last month. Normally I did like a map making challenge every other month, and this was sadly the off month. But as I have not found like a good December prompt list, I thought to myself, hey, why not give this one by Miss Casa's map a chance. I saw a lot of great submissions for this challenge already by other map makers that I follow on Instagram. So I thought, hey, these maps look pretty good. I think I can do some great maps as well with these prompts. So I want to create some maps from the list that I show you right here. And yeah, I should not watch the YouTube rerun because it has a heavy, no, not a heavy, but it has a latency. Okay, so I want to. This is the map the map prompt list that I show you right now, and let's see how many of these prompts we can finish today. Yeah, so let me drag that over here so I can take a look at the list whenever I need to, and let's start with hedge. Hedge could mean 2 things. We could have a literal hedge that can be opened and closed, or we could have something hedged, like an egg that is hatching. But the first thing that comes to my mind is something that hatches. And seeing how well my last map making challenge went, when as soon as I started to use smaller frames, let's do that, because we want to try to do a lot of maps today and not just a few. So doing like, I think 8 is a little bit too slow for my taste. So let's upgrade to 10 tiles. Okay, yeah, that looks good. 10 tiles, and obviously we need to save. because not saving leads to crashes, leads to losing all the progress. Okay, hedge. I'm a little bit salty today, I have to admit, because we were like at six people watching right at the start of the stream, and now back to 3. It's a little bit, but I should not get caught up in the numbers. If you're still watching and like what you see so far, consider giving this video a like and show me that you like what I'm doing, even though I'm a little bit all over the place and not as well prepared as I should have been. But like I said, it is a little bit messy today, and especially today. It is a little messy at the moment in general for me, and especially today. So I hope, yeah, you have your understanding for me. Okay, my original idea was something where we have like a hedge in the ground, but I have another idea. We could have like a little... Let's start with some walls. Walls are always... Or like a cave. Yeah, I think a cave is a good idea. I rarely use the cave tool. I should use that more. It's kind of great. Okay, then we have a path leading off here. Maybe a path leading off here. Okay, so we have this structure, this cave structure here. And a good way to incorporate the hedge in our map is to not using a hedge at all. You will see what I mean, because yeah, we can hint at a hedge in the wall, on the roof, something like this. Now we see, oh, okay, there's light up there, and then we can use something like a ladder, and put it like... I have to find the right ladder so it makes sense. And turning snap off. So I would like to just like put the ladder here to hint that the ladder just reaches up to the hedge. On the other hand, I mean, I could also use like a ladder, put it like on the wall, like this. Something like this. And we move the light down here. And maybe make the light a little bit small. You can't make light. Okay, I can't make it smaller, but apparently I can make it invisible. I'm not sure how this is helping us, but I mean, good to know, I guess. Can't I? Ah, this is the... like this. What do you think? Do we want a hedge like in the middle? Or do we want the hedge on the wall of the cave? Ooh, I have another idea. Oh, hello, Readymaps. I had not that enough time to learn the right pronunciation of your name. I promise I will get there, but until I'm sure that I get it right, I use your Instagram handle. By the way, for everyone watching, please check out at Readymaps on Instagram, a really cool Instagram map maker that hosts a lot of cool map making challenges. I think the last one, the Mapping Together challenge, the 3rd iteration, I think, just ended, but I guess there will be another one coming up soon. Oh, okay. Sad that your internet... I hope you hear me right now. Sometimes the internet not always does what we want. It's the same here in Germany. And I have to say, I think we need to discard this and reduce the map size back to 8. Because I want to create maps that are like focused on the map prompt. So I don't want the prompt feature just to be like on the side. I want to be like present in the middle of the map. And so let's try that again by going back to our cave tool and just giving ourselves like a little cave with like 2 paths leading off. Maybe something like this, yes. Okay, let's save that again. Obviously we need to overwrite the save file. So now we can hammer Control S to save. Always great to save frequently. And the funny thing is with Dungeondraft, I mean, to say it up front, it is still in the early phase. I mean, we are at version 0.9.4.4 Majestic Djinn, so it's still not even version 1. So it's still in the early phase. So bugs and crashes are to be expected. But one of the most current bugs is like really annoying because when you use the new roof tool that you have, you can't really see what I'm... If you use the new roof tool, like this, what can happen is that down in the right bottom corner, there is like a little clock, a little hourglass turning, and it says creating backup. And it does that indefinitely. So and while it's doing that, you can't save. So whenever you get into that state, you have to reload. So in this case, saving regularly really helps, because in that case you get at least you can go back to your last save state. Great. But there's another bug regularly happening when I worked on different map levels, especially on bigger maps. Then it just happened that I returned, or that I exported the map, or that I wanted to save, and suddenly there are walls disappearing, like all of them. All the walls, all the doors, all the windows, they're gone. And reloading does not help. I mean, it can help, but if you work on different levels, and you are on level 1, for example, and on level 3, the walls disappear. And for good measure, we throw in some missing assets too. The next thing you know is that you saved a lot on this level, have finished level 1, and you think, I'm ready, I can export the whole thing. And then you look at the exported pictures and you think, wait, there's nothing on there. And you go to that layer and see everything's gone. The only thing that helps you there is creating different save states. So you have different versions, save versions. So we can, in theory, go back to a different version. Dungeondraft does that wonderfully, because whenever you save in Dungeondraft, that's from the same creator of like Dungeondraft, Megasploot. Whenever you do that, it creates a new version. So it creates not Hatch, but Hatch v1. You save again, Hatch v2. So you always have the option to go back, which is nice, which is really nice. I mean, it takes a lot more place on your hard drive, but I mean, if you're finished with the map and you're done and you like what you have created, then you can just delete all the other save versions. But yeah, I mean, like I said, it is still in the early phase, so I guess it will become better over time. And yeah. I should talk less and start creating more, because this is not the only map we want to create today. I want to create a wide variety of maps. Okay, and what we can do now is hatch this thing. Okay. And we want that above a roof. And we want it to be... Damn it. Okay, originally I wanted to place that here and make it see-through, so that turning down the opacity, so that it is hinted that there is this hatch. But there's always a but, isn't it? Yeah, this is not easily possible, because we can't just, we have no access to the opacity of different assets. But what we can do, there's always a but, like I said, but it goes both ways. There are negative buts and positive buts. We want to save before we do that. We can go to level settings and create a new level. And this will be the hatch level. It's the most important level, because that's where we place our hatch. Now we can compare, and okay, we roughly see where our layer beneath is, and on this level we place the hatch. So we have only the hatch visible. Then we go back to our other level. Before I forget it again, let's place a ladder. Let's see. Yeah, maybe something like this. Okay, now we have this. And then we can compare levels. And we want to compare the hatch level. Current level. The problem is that I'm not sure. I mean, okay, like this, compare levels. Why can't I? Okay, because that is the reference level. Okay. Now we can go to this and compare levels, and we can turn the current opacity down, and we go up all the way up with the reference opacity. And now we have the illusion of a hatch above everything. Okay. Now we actually need to do something for our... Yeah, we want to fill the cave a little bit, because empty caves are... Yeah, they are empty, they are boring. So let's see. Some boulders? No. I want some stalagmites and stalactites. Like this. Oh, they're actually called stalactites. Nice. I'm always not so sure how the tags work, or how different assets are called in the tags. That is something I'm still learning. I definitely want to learn it, because it is way easier to just type in what you're searching for and finding it, than to have to look it up or scroll through the whole thing just to find something you are looking for. Let's place a cave hole here. Maybe something a little bit smaller, because we want this still to be a functional battle map, and it's quite fitting. Currently I'm working on my script for how to improve your battle maps. And yeah, in there I will talk about a little bit about how to use space in battle maps. So the short version is we want to make it narrow enough that we can have tactical movement. So if we have like just an open plain field, we don't necessarily need a map. We can just put a texture in the background for like a open fields or something like that. And B, yeah, do we need a map at all? I mean, we can just use a empty grid. I mean, for example, we can just put a picture in the background, and we have everything we needed. So we want some obstacles, but we don't want too many obstacles, because there's nothing more boring than having like a 5 feet wide corridor, and the party stands in a line and the enemies stand in a line, and yeah, only the people in the front row actually get to do stuff, or the tank stands in the front and all the casters can like shoot over him, and where's the tactic? There, you don't need to have tactics or finesse or something like this. It gets a little bit boring. So we want to make sure we have enough space. And here we have like a little wider area, and we have an obstacle to move around. Now we want to decorate the map a little bit. And the best way to decorate a map is by using pretty crystals. I love pretty crystals, because pretty crystals can give off a nice, pretty glow. Oh, I'm not sure if some of my Among Us players or gamers from my Discord are listening, but I hope you have already seen it. I have found a proper guide to implement the proximity mod. So the next time we will play on stream, I wanted to play tomorrow, but seeing that a lot of you don't have time tomorrow, we will play Among Us on Monday. Monday, 9 PM GMT +1. So the same time we started the stream today. I want to play a little bit of Among Us with you again, but this time with a proximity chat. So the funny thing about the proximity chat is that it is like overlay chat function, like for your voice chat, where you don't have to mute yourself when the round starts. It is like when your crewmates are near, or when other players are near, it works for the imposters too, you can hear what they say, so you can talk even mid-round. And when you get far away from them, they get the sound gets lower and lower until it disappears. And I think that is a really, really cool thing. I like that. It allows imposters to have a little fun with their victims before striking, and it allows the imposters to yeah, talk to each other a little bit, and to coordinate their double kills and their tactic a little bit better, which is great. Brings a little yeah, a whole new aspect to the game. Excited to try it. Yeah, I love my purple crystals. Purple, everything from pink to purple, my color. I love it. I absolutely love it. Okay, let's continue with some cobwebs, because we want to make sure that the cave looks properly. Then maybe a spider looking in from here, because I mean, yeah, these maps are supposed to be. Have we something spider related on the prompt list? Let's take a look. I drag it over here. Let's take a look, because I don't want to add too many flavors to a prompt if we later want to use that. Hatch, swarm, cable, beam, lift, hook, rapid, loose, augmented. Interesting. But I don't see spiders. Spine, fungus, slippery. Okay, we are clear. Spiders are okay. Purple is the color of nobility. Yeah, I mean, I would have. I have nothing against being nobility. We definitely want that spider be under the cobwebs, and maybe want to place some cobwebs over the spider, or at least more on the side of the walls. So it looks like the spider is like properly using the space available to catch some prey. Something like this maybe. And then some over here too. Okay, I'm already spending a little bit too much time on this, getting all the details like I want them to, because I wanted to see how many mapping prompts we can do today, and putting a lot of details on your maps is not a lot of small details. I mean, details are very important. I mean, it is impressive if you see like a hand-drawn map of like a cave system or like the floor tiles, and but if I would just like do like the cave system, it is like there's no skill involved in just placing a cave system in a program like Dungeondraft. The real skill is in making it pretty and making sure that you give the whole thing something that is nice to look at. And people that maybe something like this, a little no, I don't think I like the camp idea. The best thing is in cases like this to just scroll a little bit and see what we get. Maybe inspiration hits us. I could place the remains of a spider to foreshadow spiders in general. We could place some spider eggs, but I'm not sure if I want to. Ooh, I haven't placed this little fella in a while. How hard is it to learn Dungeondraft? How many hours would it take for a Wonder Drafter? If you're familiar with Dungeondraft, then you will love Dungeondraft. A lot of similarities, like the assets are how the asset works, but also a lot of differences. Wait, don't tell. Like this, maybe. Or wait for a moment. We'll be back with you in a sec. Like this, yeah. There are differences. Like in Dungeondraft, you have like a lot of layers, and you can just rearrange the assets like you want. Here you have like a fixed list of layers, and there are some things that you can't change. Like if I want to place something below water, I have the -100 layer, because water is the 0 layer, and I have below ground. But these are all the layers I have to arrange things above and below each other. And after I place something, let's say I wanted to put this crystal underneath that cobweb, then I had to put it on a different layer. But if they are already on the same layer, there isn't like no possibility, or if I have only one layer to rearrange stuff, then I have no real option to do that except for deleting the assets and doing it from the beginning. Oh, hey Isabel. Glad you joined. Yeah, but in general, I think Dungeondraft was simple when I learned or when I saw that there are tooltips in the left bottom corner. You can't see that because that is where the latest subscriber are located. Let me see, I can make this smaller, like here. These tooltips are lifesavers. Because I wondered for a long time, if I place like water, like if let's say I place water here, and now I want to get rid of the water. How do I do that? There is no eraser. In Dungeondraft you have like a really good eraser tool. There is no eraser tool in Dungeondraft. You can I can click on assets and press delete, but I can't click on water. If you see the tooltip, you can just hold the Alt key and then you have an eraser that only erases water. So your placement tool with one hotkey turns into the eraser for that exact same thing, and that is quite handy. But okay, we are still winter themed, so I think we should at least try to make it a little bit wintry. Okay, let's see. Oh, hey Melissa. Yeah, I had a sluggish day so far, but starting to get some energy. I'm quite of a night owl at the moment. I'm staying up awake for a long time usually. Yesterday I tried to go to bed early, but then I spent with early I mean 2 AM. And after that I spent like 1.5 hours on social media and Twitter and trying to interact with some people and seeing what others have been up to. And before I noticed it was like 4:30. 3:30. Yeah. But I took my my last vacation days for December, so I can sleep as long as I want. Oh, an awful day, Isabel. That's not so nice. There was a huge protest at work. Okay, like an organized group of people protesting, or like a group of tourists making problems protesting? Okay, we want to do that above the walls because, let's see, caves are, okay, caves are level 3, so it's just, okay, with caves, it means the ground, you see here. The walls of the cave are actually walls, so we need to place this. And yeah, I think this tool is not the right one because even in the smallest brush size it is huge. This tool on the other hand is a little bit more manageable. I don't know, I don't like the original cave walls too much. Because it, I don't know, I don't get the feeling of height when I see that. Okay, I can't do it like this, because it overlaps too much, a little bit too much. Ooh, 200 people, and they protested like your workplace, or just they protested in the vicinity of your workplace? That sounds awful. Okay, I can, like this, I can create the illusion that the cave system is like up above, like on a burrow or hill. Ooh, maybe we can now go like this. Yeah, I hope you at least can enjoy your evening and have some time here with us and yeah, just relax a little bit. They took over the site and forced us to shut. Wow. But they are angry about a new road tunnel, which we have no decision on. Huh. Okay, yeah, that sounds like a stressful day. But I'm happy to have you here now. Have you seen that I posted the link for the proximity mod for Among Us in the Discord? So when we play again on Monday, we can try it out and see if we like it. I think it will be a lot of fun. Oh, yeah, learning Dungeondraft is a lot of fun. What does what do? The proximity mod. The proximity mod is like an overlay for our sound, for our audio. So what it does is we don't have to mute ourselves when we play the game. The program adjusts the volume of each player depending on the position to each other. So if we stand right next to each other, we can understand each other. But if I move along to a next room, I can't hear shit. I can't hear what you're saying, unless you scream, maybe. But that means that like imposters can like play little scare games with people, yeah, imposters with each other can talk a little bit about tactics, and it becomes a little bit more a game of charade, where you can fake tasks by narrating what you are doing right now, and in truth you're just standing there. And I could have sworn that the door opened, but it's closed, so everything's fine. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if we are still in Discord, or if the sound works then only over the app. I want to test that out with some friends before we actually get together on Monday to play together, so I know what we are doing by then. I hope, or at least I have like a little understanding. Okay. Good. I think we're done. I think this is our map with the name Hedge. Okay, because I'm not sure if you were there by when I explained it. We have a little prompt list that I will pull up in a sec from last month, the Map Vember challenge. I skipped that because I usually do a mapping challenge only every other month. And in this month, in December, where I would usually do another mapping challenge, I decided to make a stream marathon because I have nothing better to do, and I'm crazy. But so far it has been a lot of fun, so I don't think it is a bad idea overall. So let's see. Let's create some lighting. Some nice pinkish glow. Yeah, something like this. Oh, but maybe we want it a little bit toned down. Something like this. Yeah, maybe like this. Yeah, the lighting feature was like one of the huge selling points for me for Dungeondraft. It is just amazing. Normally with Dungeondraft, I always put my maps in Clip Studio Paint and do the lighting and the color and overwork the colors there. So it is more something I can get behind. But in Dungeondraft, it is really easy to make the map look really pretty and to work with colors to do that. So now we want to use some... We could just go with white and tell the people it is day outside. Would that go? Not sure if this would give us the right color. I think we want to go with like this bluish tone. Okay, and now I think the lighting system works like I have two. I can change the environment color, something like this, and this gives like a filter that I put over the whole map. Ooh, I like this actually, making it darker. But I can't make it too dark because if I make it too dark, Instagram can't... I have the feeling Instagram turns down the color pitch. So and then you can just place the lighting. You can have different shapes of light, like this one where you have clear borders or like a smooth color, a smooth light gradient, and then you can just decide for a color, like this greenish tone. Decide the size and the intensity. I could make it really bright. I could make it like really nearly fading to non-existence. And then I can just place them. And I could go here and could move them around. It's really easy to work with them, work with that. And I think we are done. But I want to show you, I will export this right away. And I will show you what is the special thing about this map. But first let it make it large so you have a good view about what I'm talking about. Like this, yes. Okay. And for your interest... you put them where? The Dungeondraft maps. I use Clip Studio Paint. It is a paid program I have where you have to acquire a license to use it. And it is amazing to make colors there. I will definitely use it on the map Patreon commission I'm doing right now for Isabel. So when I work on that again, tune in and you will definitely see at the end how I use Clip Studio Paint to improve my maps. You could before I used Clip Studio, I used GIMP. That is a free program that you can use, but I find Clip Studio is a lot easier to use, and I prefer it. I definitely prefer it. GIMP is a little hard to use sometimes, but okay, now I want to show you. So the source level is the ground and our overlay level is the hedge. This is the actual map prompt. We have a whole layer that only features our hedge, because now we can turn down the opacity and create the effect that we can look down from above and see the hedge on the wall. I will definitely finish the map next week, because I usually like to finish commissions as fast as possible. Have happy customers. But seeing now that I want to do it on stream and I don't want to make every day the same, so yeah, maybe I will take a look at my schedule, and I will take a look at the days that you told me that you don't have time, like Wednesday. And maybe Tuesday. If Tuesday is fine with you, maybe I will finish the map then. Okay, but now we export it. Oh, you know what? I do the exporting off screen because the exporting is not fun and takes a lot of time. Okay, we finished our hatch. We can save again and we can just open a new map. 8x8. Save as. Oh, now we have to take a look at our prompt list again. This is the Map Vember challenge by Miskas Maps. And yeah, I decided to see how many of these prompts we can do in one sitting, in one stream. Tuesday is good. Fine. Then we have a date. Let me write that down because I'm a forgetful person. I know. It's really surprising that I'm forgetful, but I am. So Tuesday is the 8th. Moved. Done. Now I won't forget. Unless I do. Okay, so the next prompt is worm. And actually the first time I looked at the prompt list and saw that that there are prompts like worm, I was like, okay, I'm not that sad that I'm not doing this challenge, because how do I map with a feature of worm? But then I saw a lot of really good map submissions for this prompt that didn't even feature one worm. Oh, okay. See you, Ready Maps. It was really great that you have joined. Oh, that is great that I could give you some energy. And I wish you luck studying. I hope you succeed whatever you are doing or whatever you are studying for right now. Yeah, have a great day, great evening, depending on where you are. So, yeah, worm. How do we do worm? I mean, there's one thing. No, typing in worm does not lead to the asset I'm looking for. But there is one asset that could be used as a worm if you are, and that is this one. I mean, you could argue that this is a worm coming from down below, eating up, especially if no, that's not the eye. I could put some googly eyes there, and then it's a proper. I search for eye and find key. Okay, the search engine is a little bit interesting. Okay, so but how do we do worm? And I normally don't use the cave tool, and now it's like, oh, I want to use it, and the second map, the cave tool would fit really well, because what do worms do? They dig, and so we can just do this, and we can do this and this, like just a lot of tunnels dug by a worm. Something like this, and then we have like the little main area here where everything comes together. Something like this maybe. And now we have like different tunnels dug by the worm. But you know what? I may like it a little bit more like this. So now we have like, whoop, no, not what I wanted. Something like this maybe. So we have like two main hub areas. And maybe we get rid of this one. And create like a little third hub area over here. Something like this. And then we have like this main structure here in the middle. And I definitely want to use a different terrain brush to give it a different tone. Maybe this? No, this looks... Normally I like the rock, but the rock terrain brush, but it doesn't really fit that well what I have. It doesn't work well with the caved walls, I figure. Okay, let's take just the rocky terrain and see what okay, so what can we do? What can we do? Ooh. Okay. Forget what I said about having like here this little round area here. We go back to the cave brush and we just... no, we don't want to blast it open. We just want to make more cave. Like this. And now we have like this huge room and doesn't seem that wormy anymore. Not like there are many tunnels dug, but I mean, what I want to do is like place a hole here. I think I like this one from the looks of it. Something like this. And now we have like... Then we go back to the cave tool and... make it so that we have like this tunnely look again. Okay. No stalactites, stalagmites, because the worm has eaten through it, and then everything should be smooth. What can we place instead? a little thing floating in the deep, saying hello. No, it's not really fitting for what I have in mind. I saw a great map that made like a little the brood cave of worms, where we have like a lot of eggs. For everyone that has seen Mandalorian so far, like in the ice caves, you know what I mean when you saw the episode. I don't want to spoil too much, but similar to that, but with like colored eggs. It was kind of gross, but I like the appeal of the map. It really conveyed the wormy feeling. Okay, what do we get? I mean, we still could place this thing. Yeah, I think maybe we should place this thing, eating through the depth. Coming from the depths below. Spitting like gas. No, I don't think that this is the right, like the right perspective for it to spit something. Ooh, there's something definitely that we can do. Play a little bit with the path tool. Could have like, when I make this like 50? 5 is the maximum. Oh, okay, 5 is more than enough. Create these little pathways. No, I don't like this. There was the... too narrow curves are not like the program does not like that. Something like this maybe? And we could place something bloody. Yeah, I like to place some blood now and then, and I love the blood path tool. Yeah, but maybe we don't want it to be with a width of 5. 1 is sufficient, I guess. Body. No, not this one. Corpse. Yeah, a corpse. And we could place like a sacrifice that was placed here, but maybe not the corpse of a person. Oof. I don't know what happened to this fella, but no, maybe... And we want the cow to be black and white, and... something like this. Like a sacrifice to the worm. Everyone's worm's nightmare. Yes, I mean, imagine standing there, and I'm so afraid of heights. It is. Oh, whew. Standing on the edge of that, looking down into the dark abyss. I'm not sure if I could do that without like grabbing on, hanging on to something, and then seeing something slowly like dragging upwards. Ugh. That is not something I want to encounter anytime soon, or like ever. Shroom. How do you know it's a map made by me? It has pink in it. But maybe a little bit darker to contrast the worm a bit. I'm a little bit stunned by the music right now. I have to look. I mean, it is Harris Heller. Jingle Bells, 1989. Okay, but the music I'm using is free to use. So Harris Heller, that is really great. Harris Heller created many playlists by now, where he took like a composer, gave them money to create music that streamers could use on their streams for free. I mean, he earns money through Spotify, through yeah, that is because it's streamed. And yeah, I really like that because especially on Twitch. I mean, have you heard about the DMCA strikes on Twitch right now? It's crazy. There is a lot going on Twitch that may even lead to the demise of the platform if they don't get this sorted out. I'm not sure if I would be that deadly afraid of a dead cow, but I mean, seeing that much blood and then I mean, let's be realistic. If there is a giant worm, a giant hungry worm, would it go for the dead cow or for the tiny itsy bitsy human running away? I think our chances of survival are quite good. Unless we are in a large group, then the worm might decide we are worth it. Or the worm is intelligent enough to notice that we might run away, but the cow doesn't, so it can hunt us down, then eat the cow. Let's not think about it too hard, though. I mean, none of us wants to be eaten by a giant worm. I mean, great, there are no giant worms around. And when they were, I mean, they would be in the desert. Dune has told, if Dune has told us anything, that giant worms live in deserts, nowhere near where we live. Yes, we are totally safe. And I think we are ready with this one. I mean, cobwebs don't make that much sense. Could try to hide the teddy bear, but I'm not so sure. More pink is, I think it's not that that important. Placing gold, no. I mean, we could place, ooh, the remains of a dead cow that was brought here long ago. Yeah, maybe. It's not the first sacrifice the people of the nearby town have brought down to the tunnels so the giant worms spare their tiny lives. I like that. It's always good to tell a story with your maps. So that you have a little bit storytelling in mind. So because if you have storytelling in mind, then while creating them, this is something that people that watch your maps can maybe see too, or at least they have points they can, they have things they can use to weave a tale of what might have happened, and maybe get inspired for their own sessions for D&D, for other TTRPGs. That is important. So always have a story in mind. If you create that, okay. I mean, these maps are, for me at least, more often than not. I use them more to tell a story. The focus is more on the story and less on the gameplay aspect, because they are the main focus of these maps is to be used for like dungeon for Instagram and social media. So it's more important that people enjoy them than think they are useful. Okay, we have still like the light coming from peoples far off here. So the people just brought the cow and are on their way back. Then we want some purplish light from the shrooms, because we are in a fantasy world, and if your flora isn't like glowing and everything looks otherworldly, is it even a fantasy world? I mean, this gives magic mushroom a whole nother meaning. Oh, what can we do to make it a little bit more spooky? Like a red light? Except something like this maybe? Oh yeah, that gives it a nice glow. And then maybe something darker? Dark is just not... Dark light is not a thing. Okay, I see. Ooh, we could go for a little bit darker ambient. Like this. And then use like a really low intensity light to light the tunnels. So we have a nice effect without too many light shades. So so the areas here outside the cave look a little bit darker, and we have more like a cave system feeling. I think I like that. And we created worm, and it has not took us that much time than the other map, the hedge map. And I'm pretty satisfied with the outcome. It is less detail like my normal maps. I normally like to place a little bit more more things there to make it a little bit more lively. But seeing that we want to create a multitude of maps, we should just keep going. So let's pull out our little prompt list here. Oh, no, zoom. cables. I have to be honest, I have no idea what cables mean. Cables. It is cables, not cables. And I know what cables are. Wow. Okay, well, let's just ignore that happened. Is the latency so... Are we so much behind? Let me check. Now it's here, and now I move it over here. No, the latency should be more or less fine, I hope. Oh, we are back to 6 viewers. That's nice. We were at 6 viewers at the start of the stream, and then I talked for like over 5 minutes, and I forgot to turn my mic on. So I just talked and gestured and talked, and nobody could hear a word. And then I put up the prompt list and waved a little bit more. And yeah, then Malvo was so nice and told me that I have forgotten to put my mic on. And yeah, by then I dropped down to 3 viewers, so yay! Oh, I was a little bit salty then, but things like that happen. So, cables. Normally, this is like something that is not really fantasy, isn't it? Cables. The good thing is... Oh, sorry for that. Yeah, yeah, I know that I should have known. I talked a lot. I mean, I use cables a lot when I work, and we use mostly English in the institute. So, yeah, but okay. Let's see what we have. Paving tool wise. No, that's not something. Ooh, fire. Could use this. Rope, no. Shadows, footprints, no. These are just more shadows. Nope. I mean, this could, in theory, be used as thick cables. But I can't color it. It is really sad that I can't color the paving tool. It would be amazing. The things you could do if you could color these things. I mean, I could just use rope and turn the rope like pink or something like that. What is that this even? Oh, that's a border from a border pack. Fence, firewall, ivy vine. I mean, I could just use rope. Or something like this, and then plug it in different things and give it a nice glow with the lighting tool. Something like this. And color it in this way, like not in this color maybe, but give it like an arcane glow. This could work. So let's give it a try. So first we need something that is plugged into the cable. So we first need like a room. So let's place some walls. Oh, and we definitely want the snapping tool on, and we definitely don't want the shadows. Ooh. I saw this on a video, and this makes creating round walls so much easier. Okay, let's see. Okay, then I would go like this. No, like this. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, yeah, I already messed this up. So we want to do this, like this, and then we want to do 1, 2, 3, diagonal, like this. Ooh. Sorry, I'm a little bit amazed by that. Oh no! We have to do it again. Because so far I only used like straight lines, or if I wanted to make something appear round, it was like a pain in the ass, because what I normally would do is like turn off the snapping, and then I would go like, no, not like this. Let's say like this, place that. Then I can edit the point and go like this, and like this, and like this, and then I can use like a huge amount of like these points, or just go like this, usually with a reference, and then I would create like these round shapes. But yeah, to be honest, it does not look that good than just having like this nice round circle. I mean, I could go like SpongeBob and draw like a face and then get rid of some, to put that into perspective, to place like a wonderful cathedral building and then just get rid of some additional details, and voila, I have a perfect circle wall. But sadly, I'm not a sponge that lives in a pineapple under the sea. So I have to do it the old way, the old-fashioned way. And then we want to... No, I don't want to edit that. I want to move it. Why am I not allowed to move this wall? Okay, we are not allowed to move that wall, so we can move everything around it. So we change the map size, and we subtract a tile up here and just got... Can we undo? No. Mission abort. Discard. Open cables. Ha! And it's back again. Okay. Let's try that again, I guess. Change map size. -1. Okay. It don't wants to. Ah, now it does what we want. Okay. But maybe... Yeah, I think actually we didn't want to do that. No, we don't want to put up... I have to turn off my Steam, I guess. The pop-up messages are a bit annoying. Okay. Yeah, but like I talked about earlier, currently I'm working on the script for the new YouTube video, and yeah, I'm like a little bit behind. Normally, following my normal schedule, I should have done recording today and finish the recordings at least by tomorrow, so I can use the weekdays up to the Thursday to edit the whole thing. But seeing that I want to try out something new, for one, I will probably collaborate with Russell from Citra Hill, the YouTube channel and the Instagram account, and talk a little bit about Battlemaps. I talk about Battlemaps either way, but maybe we can collaborate and get his view on this topic. That would be cool. Because I want to talk about how you can improve your battle maps for the use in actual D&D games. because I think that, I mean, at least official published adventures make huge mistakes when it comes to maps. There are so many bad examples how to not create a map. It is a little bit, yeah, it's not nice. Sometimes it's just like, yeah, then we have a map here, and then you read the description of the room, and it is like, okay, I don't see any of that stuff you're describing to me on the map. This is supposed to be like a room with like desks and chairs and like there's a huge cupboard or something like this or like a fireplace, and you see nothing on the battle map. It's just like walls and nice flooring. And okay, I get this, we want to have battle in here, haha, so we can use all the squares and there is no obstacle in the way, and this is lazy, because you can place obstacles there. Obstacles are really important to have like a good battle, so you can use your surroundings to your advantage, and don't just have like walls that form the edges of the arena. That is like, I can do that in like on every plain battle map. I can just draw walls. So what? Yeah, and then you have battle maps that do that place all the details, and it's like, how are we supposed to fight here? There is no place to move around. So we can all just stay like in one line. How exciting. So it is you have to balance it. You have to create space where you can fight, and you have to create space with obstacles. And when you do a good job, you have like different places that are optimal for fight connected with each other. So you could move around tactically and yeah, stuff like that. But I will talk about that in the upcoming video. And I want to change things up a little bit, because I want to actually record that video a little bit more with Facecam. Yeah. Oh, hey Jazz! Glad you could join. I think, if I remember right, you had a pen and paper session today, or D&D session? Or was it your Pathfinder session? How was it? I hope you had fun and everything went well. D&D. Turn snapping off. Great, our group is really nice and harmonic. Oh, having a harmonic group to play with is the best thing that can happen. There's nothing better than having a D&D party, or like a TTRPG party in general, and you get along well with all the members of the party at the table, and you get along in game. This is great. This is really relaxing. Lots of roleplay. Oh, that is great. I'm a huge fan of role-playing. Then we have like a portal. Oh, let's stick with this one. I like this one. But we have to turn off the shadow again. I don't like the shadow. I like this. Okay. And then we need something that... something like this. And the idea now is that we can use the path tool, use this, and go a little bit down on the width. And now can... create something like this. Maybe letting this go upwards as well. Oh, you have to prepare for your session tomorrow. That is cool, and I want to remind you as one of my Patreons that you are entitled to a map commission made by me. So if you want a map maybe for the session, I could get it done until then. If you have another idea for a map, just hook me up, write me a mail, or write me on Discord, write me on any way that is possible and convenient for you. The question is, do you do/like doing voices, accents in game as a player or DM? Is the question for me or for Jess? Either way, I will answer them myself because it is there and I can talk a little bit more about my games. I love to do voices. I'm a huge fan of them. I did a lot of them back in the day. The problem is if I made funny voices for NPCs, and then I haven't used them for like a long time, and then I forgot what voice I did. But I really like to use voices to convey different emotions, to convey different character types. I think playing with voice is great. You don't have to make an accent for everything. You can play with like the way you talk. You can talk slowly and well thought about, or you can talk like a little bit faster and a little bit more hectic and stuff like that. Working with the pacing and like the volume, you can talk louder and louder, or you can talk a little bit slower, a little bit more quieter. There are a lot of ways you can do, and I love to use a whole variety for my games. Okay, currently planning what I need immediately. Yeah. I mean that is in the end the important part about DM prep. I usually have like days where I prep the important parts. What do I mean with the important parts? Why can't I place a door in this wall? The wall is like literally like an open... What the f... I can place doors here all around, but I can't place it on a... Is this program kidding me? Sometimes I feel it is. Edit points. Snap. Why is it doing this horrible... Yes, I want this. And now to the... It's still not working. Now I can place a door here. Can I move that thing? Yeah, snapping off. What the... How hard can it be to just place a door where I want it? Okay, you know what? I don't like that. I really don't like that. I would like to make a hole in the wall, but this is sadly not possible as far as I know. I can just snap or drag that, but now that this is like... Remove point. No, I can just remove the point and then it's like this. Can I put a door in now? Obviously, now it is okay. Okay, so let's do it like this. Added points, nope. And it has turned the shadows back on. Why? I don't know. Maybe something like this. And it has changed the color again, so we have to go here and take the color. So our tiles have the same color. Previous tool, like this, and then we can just go here. Oh, we could just add it. We can just edit the points. That is a little bit more convenient because doing it like this allows us to have like one part, and if we want to erase it, we can erase it in a whole and don't have multiple parts that we have to take care of. Did I save? I'm not sure. Let's save. Thanks for reminding me, Jess. You can only do about 2 voices besides my own. But if I'm more comfortable with the group, I use more in-game voice, while in other groups I tend to describe what my char does and says. That is totally fine. Do what you feel comfortable with. And like I said, you don't really need to use voices. My good friend Halfling Hannah did a whole video about that, because she herself hates to do voices, and she uses like a different speed in which she is talking. She uses a different pitch. She uses like maybe the character has a stutter or something like that. These little details, but you don't necessarily need to do voices. And if you're not feeling comfortable, you can just describe what your character is saying. You can say, my character says that you can go fuck yourself in a really hearty Irish accent. Maybe that, or my character is this and that. I personally prefer to use in-game voice when the scene is like, if I want a roleplay heavy scene. If it's just, they are talking to some peasants on the street or to a shopkeep, and it is just like they want to go and buy some supplies for the day. And I have a scene planned on later on the road, and we don't really want to get too deep into the role-playing right now, so I can just describe, it's a nice old man, talks like that. This can be enough, totally, depending on the scene. Well, I may just make up new voices for them when I forget. Yeah, definitely. But I do like voices and accents. I didn't do anything with my first PC, but especially with DMing. I've gotten into how my PCs have. Yes, as a DM I love to do voices. As a player it is like, I try to adapt a certain way of talking. But as a DM, I like to do voices. One of my favorite NPCs so far was in Vampire the Masquerade. It was like a child vampire, a Nosferatu called, Shadow. His name was Shadow. It was his alias. And I loved him. I loved him so much. He was a child vampire, and he was like part of this house of this crazy Malkavian. Malkavians are like it's a bloodline that everyone has a mental disorder. It's a blood curse of the bloodline, and this lady had like an orphanage where she took in children that were vampires that were turned when they were children, and one of them, a little Nosferatu, called because their blood curse is they are hideous. They have deformed faces and bodies, and they look just like abominations. But they're really good spies. They like to use their shadow powers and their obfuscate powers to conceal themselves and to sneak around and to hack into stuff and stuff like that. And I loved his voice because, I mean, he always talks a little bit like this, with like this really like if he have smoked all his life. The problem with this voice was, at the beginning it was easy because he sometimes showed up, pointed the characters in a direction, and then he disappeared again. But later on the group loved him and they wanted to interact with him a lot. So I had to do his voice a lot and I got a really sore throat because of that. But it was fun. So let's see. Getting back into... What? Why? How can it be that hard to... I can place. They want to tell me I can place a door here and here. And no, not there. But I can't place a door there between 2 points. Because, yeah, that fucks up the walls. Snapping off. Now it works. Okay, but I need to rotate. Oh, I just needed to turn the snapping off. Okay, the snapping is my enemy. Okay. Yeah, it is throat wracking, but I love to do this voice. It is a lot of fun. Sometimes I love getting lost in playing characters. Something like this, so we can have a little lighting. And something like this, so we have a little... No, we don't have illumination here. Okay, what do we need? We need... Now we are nearly done, I guess. I mean, it doesn't look like we are nearly done, but the bulk of the heart of the map is done. So that is really giving it this flair. Because all we need to do is add a tree. Like this. And like this. I wished I could... I wish I could. Can I? Oh, no, what am I doing? Okay, turn off snap. I have an idea for an effect. This might just work. Okay. Okay, I hope this will work as well as I envision it. Because if it works, we can play a little bit with hate. Not with hate, but with height. I made so much fun of we made so much fun of one of our professors. We were at a convention, and there was a professor talking about different hate systems. He meant like the way we define height in our day-to-day life and in science, because when we think about it, how do we define how high something is? And yeah, it is really interesting, but his German accent was really, really strong, and he talked yeah, you could say he talked about the hate system, and it was really funny, and it was one of the only things any of us could remember, because his talk, his presentation was a little bit boring. The topic itself was super interesting. I could go into details, but I'm not sure if you came to me, watching me creating maps to learn something about how satellite height differences are defined, and how we use that to measure stuff around the world. Yeah, I'm not sure if you came here for that, so I spare you that. But yeah, I think what I want to do here, it works. So I layer walls underneath the wall so that they overlap. So it creates the illusion that we are actually way higher up than we actually are. I mean, there is no height on a 2D plane. We don't have that dimension. No. Oh no, my mouse is acting up again. Oh no. Please don't. It worked. For so long it just worked. And now it's like, it's just clicking sometimes. And sometimes this is really annoying. Okay. Okay, like this. Okay, but now that I have you here in chat, nice chat people, I actually have like a question for you. And that is, if you watch my YouTube videos, it is totally fine if you don't watch them and are just here for my streams and like my content or my maps. This is totally fine, but if you watch my YouTube content, do you like it? Because I noticed that I don't really get a lot of views on the videos, and I know I just started out, but having like 20 views on a video is a little bit discouraging if I have 200 subscribers. And if I see then people with like 160 followers getting like 200 views on their videos. And I would like to improve, and I would like to make videos that are enjoyable for you. So if you have anything that you don't like, or that you think that I should get rid of, like, the gimmick with your avatar is nice, but just sit in front of a camera and talk to us, this would really help me out. Okay, Jazz, you kinda like it. It's for you not the most interesting part of D&D, but, there's always a but, I don't watch map makers besides you, to be honest. Oh, then I feel honored that you watch me. That is nice. You like my avatar. Oh, I will direct that to Malva, because she made my avatar for me. Yeah, I wanted to try out something new with a new video where I will use both. I will use Facecam to talk a little bit more in detail, where I want the focus on what I'm saying, so I can use a little bit more gestures, and then I will switch to scenes where I will use like the avatars and usual sketchy style that I have used before. Okay, I think we have that like I wanted. And then we can... No, stop. Okay, now we can place like a lot of trees. Make them a little bit smaller. Yeah, the point is that I am making different styles of content at the moment. I work a lot with, like, I make maps. I'm working on different social media sites and try to increase my following there to increase my personal brand in a way. And originally I wanted to, it was for me like, and then I have my YouTube videos and that is my end goal. It is not like that anymore. My end goal in a way is more like, I have now a blog and I want, it is like the whole package. I have a blog, I want to make videos, I stream now apparently. I really like that, so I might keep doing it. And I want to make everything interesting, but when the YouTube videos are not really catching on, and it costs me a lot of time, and if the payoff is not really there, then I might have to rethink some things, because the live streams were like quite good. I mean, 20 visitors on a live stream are good if you're starting out. 20 views on a video. Okay, you're too tired. Yeah, after you had that day, it's totally fine. If you, in general, I try to be as open to feedback as possible. So, anytime if you notice something, please tell me. I'm really thankful for any feedback. Even if you tell me you outright hated something, or that I really screwed up or something like that. That is totally fine. I'm really appreciative of even things like that. This is 0.5 width? Wow. Okay, but enough talk about YouTube videos. I really like D&D Storytime and would also enjoy the English content in German. Just throw some things in. The English content in German, just to throw... Oh, yes, but the problem is that I'm not sure. The largest amount of the following I have on on Instagram and stuff like that is English, so I'm not so sure if I want to do German stuff, because quite frankly I want my persona and my whole deal to be like English content, and creating German content would not really, I mean, I would appeal to German people that don't like hearing content in English so much. But the rest of my stuff is all in English, so they could not really do something with that. So I'm not sure if this is like the best idea in a way. Okay, we have this here. We need something to place here. I mean, I could place my logo here and then it's not so... Oh, I know what we can do. Terrain brush. No, not this. We need this. We already used the dirt brush. And we use this to... it would be nice if I could scale that down, because okay, then we have to create our own. Is this rubble? Yes. Oh, Melissa, streams in general are more exciting for me at the moment than videos, so I don't really watch YouTube videos at the moment. Yeah. I mean, it is more in the now. I mean, in streams you can interact with the streamer. We can talk to each other. We can chat, have a little chat, and videos are a bit unpersonal in a way. Maybe it's that. Just guessing here. Okay, and now some more details here. Torch. We want some torches. Oh, and we want the torches to be like normal sized, because we are up here again. I mean, I really like streaming at the moment. To stream at other people. Yes, I agree, because I'm really enjoying it. I mean, it is a bit crazy to stream every day, but I quite frankly enjoy it. It's like a little bit stressful before the stream, but as soon as I'm on here and are able to talk to you, it is really quite enjoyable for me. I really like it. It is like hanging out, and especially during the lockdown and everything, where you can't just meet with your friends and hang out and do stuff, it is nice to be able to do that online. That is quite nice, and quite frankly, this is why I like to watch streams of smaller streamers more, because there you have actually a chance to interact with the streamer. And like big streams, it is like you post something and with a snap of a finger it is gone, because so many people try to do to chat. And yeah, even if the streamer reads some of the comments, it's like a lottery if he sees your comment, and I'm not sure if he really pays attention to your name then. Too scripted, the lacking of character that I feel you have. Oh, yeah, maybe, yeah, I tried that. I originally, the videos are scripted from start to finish, because I'm not so sure if my English is good enough to just talk freely in a video without cutting a lot. But I got a lot more comfortable talking in English about D&D and everything, thanks to the streams, thanks to the videos I've done already. So that is one of the reasons I want to stream more using the facecam, maybe. And maybe I just use like outlines from now on and can talk a little bit more freely to make it a little bit more my own. Maybe I will try. I mean, I can try out things, especially at the moment. I don't think there is anyone that would be like, oh no, he changed something, I'm off here. Not too many. There are not enough people for that here already. So yes, definitely, and that is definitely something I want to keep. I want to like build a community. I have no problem that it will grow bigger over time, but I would like to have like an inner circle of people, not necessarily only the Patreons, but the people that were there from the beginning. And at some point, I mean, I would like to restructure my Discord a little bit, so that I have like different roles. So if you are here for like playing Among Us, then you're maybe not interested in video updates. And if you every time you come there, I have like, oh, here's a new video, you might be annoyed and leave. So maybe I want to have different Discord roles where you can assign them to yourself by interacting with a bot. So you can decide yourselves which updates you want to receive or something like that. But I have to think about that a little bit more. You're talking a lot on the streams and it it is great to me. I feel like a full script is more rigid. Yeah. Having said, I have no opinion. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the problem is that sometimes I forgot to get words, and on a stream it might be nice if I struggle or if I just can ask you for help. But in a video, I think this is not so great. So I definitely see the point. So I think there's a middle ground, from having like a full scripted video to having like a more freestyle thing. And I think my camera just froze. Oh no, it's just lagging. Oh, I think it got itself. I thought, I can just use my smartphones. I mean, these phones are so smart, it should work. And then it doesn't. Yeah, maybe I have to use a different app. Maybe that will help. Then I will on to the fire. Yeah, we'll try. I want to start. I started like a Q&A on Instagram, and I want to use more like recorded videos to answer, to interact more with people and show them that there is actually someone behind all that maps. I'm trying to work out how I will do that the best, but I really like to interact with you. That is, since I started that, and since there is more action on the Discord and everything, I really enjoy that. It quite frankly gives me some stability in these chaotic times right now. I mean, not only because of the pandemic, but also with like job hunting and not knowing what I will do in January or February. It is quite scary for me, thinking about that. I don't know what I will do then. I mean, I still hope that I will have like a job then, that there's someone that wants to hire me. But yeah, we'll see. The thing is, I watch a lot as much because I feel like they're chatting to me and we're somehow friends. Oh, if that makes any sense, yes. Yes, definitely. Like, we are friends cause we are a small group. Yeah. I would consider you my friend. I mean, I think we're there from the beginning on Instagram, and we chatted there a lot, and now we hang out here, and I think it's nice. That is one thing that I really loved about Instagram: meeting people from all over the place, from Great Britain, from Brazil, from Canada, and all over the place, and I really like that. Even big YouTubers and things like Critical Role, I feel like they're just these awesome friendly people, and I just gel with that. Yes, you're helping. At least it gives me good understanding what you think, or what people around here think. And I totally with you. I love to watch Critical Role. A long time I was like, there are so many episodes, I don't want to get into that, and yeah, it's too much. But then it was like they made the break because of the pandemic, and then they wanted to come back with episode 100. And it was on my birthday, so I thought to myself, you know what? I catch up on it. I catch up on it all. Then I did the math and saw there is physically no possible way, even if I watch a lot of Critical Role on like 1.5 speed. But there was like no way in the universe that I could make that, even in double time. So what I did is I watched a lot of it in like, at the time I think, in double time. And then I watched a lot of the recaps. But the sad thing about the recaps is there are no recaps for every episode. So the official recaps stop at some point. And then they continue and then they stop for good because they switched from. Oh, I nudged the mic over. Because they switched from like a video recap that I really like because I like watching and listening more than I like reading, to a written recap, and I don't like that. Yeah, but there was a YouTuber that continued to do recaps, so I switched to him. And his focus was a little bit, not on the same side as I would focus on things. He was like, and in this battle they did this, and then they he used this maneuver, and they did massive damage, and he focused so much on the battle. And the totally unnecessary detailed retelling of what happened there, not the cool retelling like and then he pushed him off the ledge and said this cool line, or and then he rammed them and they fall back or something like this. And then they did so much damage, and they used this feat, and I think he misused this feat a little bit, but Mercer ruled that in this, and it was like, I don't care. This doesn't help me understand anything. And then I had to read up on something. I still tried to watch important episodes here and there. I asked some of my friends or some people on Instagram what episodes they recommend, and I watched them. And and now I was up to date, and now I'm like 2 or 3 episodes behind again because your camp froze for a short while. Yes, it tends to do this at the moment. I'm not sure why. I played a little bit around with the camera settings to try to get rid of the outer exposure, so it just keeps it like this now. And now it's brighter again, and I hate that because every time it makes my face brighter, the chroma key for the green screen thinks, oh, there's green, and makes holes in my face, and I don't like that. I can really recommend watching Critical Role. It's awesome. It's a really nice group, and quite frankly, I think it improved my DMing style, because just seeing how it's done, how you can use more scenic ways of describing things is cool. But keep in mind, it is a show, so all these people are professional voice actors and actors, and they do this for a living, so they are professionals. So keep that in mind. And Mercer gets a lot of he earns his money as a paid DM, so he has a lot of time prepping, and they have in general a lot of money and production value in this stuff. So keep that in mind watching that, and just enjoy. That's the best advice I can give on that. There are too many people out there. Why isn't the ambient lighting changing? Okay, I'm a bit confused. Because the lighting is turned off. Good, I noticed that quick. Oh, which one? I might know him. Not personally, but I watched some YouTubers that read D&D stories. No, I totally get what you're saying, Isabel. It is really important when you live stream. It is important to create a connection with people and to create enjoyable content. And you do this not only with the content you are creating, but also with the interactions, with the way you talk to people, and you can talk about yourself, about your day, about whatever you think what makes you interesting. And this is entertaining in its own right. I mean, there are YouTubers out there that I found because I watched one of their videos because I really liked it, and I watched the rest of their content not because I like that. I have friends of mine stream Rocket League, And I don't like Rocket League. I don't like to play it. I don't like to watch it normally. But hanging out with them on that stream and watching them play and commenting on that, I enjoy that a lot. And I enjoy that. I enjoy hanging out with them there. So I totally get where you're coming from. Crit Crab! Yeah! All hail our crab king. Crab, not crap. I love Crit Crab. One of the D&D persons that I would love to get to know a little bit better. And I would love to make something with him. I loved his collaboration with Davy Chappie, where he did where he helped narrate or to categorize the spell list of the wizard. And yeah, I really enjoy watching his stuff. It was actually one of the idea to have my avatar moving. He's one of the YouTubers I take huge inspiration from. In the beginning, he used like a lot of gameplay footage, like Skyrim and other games, and like Neverwinter, I think. And I loved watching it. But he changed to have like his little animated background where you have the waves and this cute crab representation of him. Or I mean, as far as I know, it is like, this is his face. Yeah, but great D&D stories. Sometimes I disagree with his interpretation of some of the things that happened, but I think that this is just normal. He's also on Twitter, and I try to follow him there and to get a little bit in touch. I mean, he's one of the more of the larger accounts, but still one of the smaller larger accounts, if this makes sense. And yeah, I have this this hope that maybe he will notice me somehow. I would in general I would there are a handful of YouTubers that inspired what I do right now, and it would make my day if they notice me. This would be like the most amazing thing like ever. So okay, I think we are done with our cables. We have our little lighting coming out the windows that only light the upper area because it's a high tower. And we have our little trees down here. So one thing I want to do there is no edit points. Oh, let me guess, I can't edit the points because obviously it is off screen, so I can't edit it. That is something that I might that I personally would like to change about the program. Is the canvas might end here. Yeah, something like this, maybe. He's a crab. He's the king crab. And yes, I especially like to hear these D&D stories because they feel a little bit more real. When I watch D&D shows and see people doing like D&D streams and podcasts and things like that, it is always like, it is not really them playing at the table. It is more like they play for show. And it is good that way. It's more entertaining. I mean, a lot of table play is not that entertaining, but hearing these stories and the problems the people encounter, it feels like, hey, I'm not alone with these problems. Other groups have that too. And then you get some D&D horror stories and you think to yourself, wait, I'm lucky that I have never encountered that. And I encountered some really strange people, and had some... Sadly, I heard a lot of horror stories myself from my wife and from other, sadly, mostly female gamers, players and DMs that had to deal with these guys, and I have no idea why, but apparently having having a new female character introduced to the group by having an ugly NSC trying to force themselves on them and the party rescuing them, so now they are in debt to the party. You don't want to know how often I've heard this story from different female gamers. It is sad. I mean, wow, this is... I never encountered something like this. I never, ever in my entire life heard any male tell me a story like that. That, this is how I was introduced into the party, by nearly being sexual harassed or being sexual harassed, and nearly something's happened more. And no, don't do that. We want to have fun at the table. We want to enjoy the hobby, and doing something like this is neither fun nor... No, I mean, there are settings like World of Darkness and stuff like that, where bad things are supposed to happen, where the world is shitty and everything's shitty, but there you go in with a mindset, okay, this is a world where things like that will happen. And we are the bad guy. Maybe you play the bad guys and you do stuff like that. If this is like the common agreement that you all came to the table and you know what you are here for, okay. But wanting to play like a fantasy adventure game like Dungeons and Dragons and go out there and find loot and have fun and then stuff like this, no, please don't. But I don't have to tell you. I don't have to tell that to you, I guess. Sorry. Sometimes I just need to rant about stuff like this, because it is really important for me to create enjoyable environments for everyone to play. I tried finding another group when I started because I wanted to try different groups, and first time the guy was 35 and I was 22. My problem, I know. I'm a bit wary of guys. Oh, I think I remember that story. Wasn't that the party, the group that made fun of you because you used Pinterest for character reference pictures? Or stuff like that? I hope I remember right. If not, feel free to correct me. I mean, playing with age difference, it doesn't have to be bad. I played in a group, it was still when I went to school, I guess. Was I still in gymnasium or have I already started studying? No, I was still in school. It was still when I was in school. And I played with a group that was already out of school, they had jobs, and it was one of the most fun groups I have. So... Second, he talked the whole drive to his friend. He talked about me, female sitting in a stranger's car. Ah. Wait, so you sat with him in their car and he talked about you while you were there? He was surprised I wanted to play a male. Yeah, I mean, there was a time where I was a bit wary of that too, but I was young and stupid, and I was like, oh, a male can't play a female character, because I was afraid they play like a comical version of a female. I didn't want that. Or now I finally found a female player that wants to play with us, and it's not a wiener party all over, and now they want to play a male. Why? But I learned that limiting players in that way is a stupid idea. One of the huge mistakes I made as a new BDM. It is such... I mean, it's a make-believe world, so everyone should be able to play what they want, as long as they do it like in a proper way and not make fun of anyone or play like, I'm playing a mentally disabled person and then making fun about that. These are things that are not okay, but just because you wanted to play a male, it's a red flag. If he only gets confused, okay, but it's definitely, I would consider it a red flag. Oh, that's nice to hear, Isabel, that you haven't had these experiences. That is so great. I wish this to no one. I mean, like I said, everyone should have fun playing and enjoying the hobby, and yeah. And it's nice that you had. It was you, the guy driving in his car, and his friend. Oh, it would be dangerous to take that risk driving with a stranger. If it was me. And I sat there like, yeah, haha. You're such a good guy. Wow. He patted himself on the back that, oh yeah, normally you should not drive with strangers because they do horrible things, and yeah, but I'm a good guy because I behave like a decent human being. Like, I do the bare minimum in not doing something bad and harass you, and then patting himself on the back for that. Wow. Congratulations. Wow. There are some people out there. And I sat there like, yeah, we had that. He didn't do something wrong, but it made me nervous. Yeah, I can totally understand that. It's like the way being a nice guy, like, hey, I'm so nice, and expecting someone to appreciate that because you are nice and you're not a total jerk. And this is not something you should pat yourself on the back for, because it should be standard for everyone to do that. And doing the standard is like, yeah, I totally get that. This makes you feel uncomfortable. Oh yeah, I'm totally with you, Isabel. Strong women are great. I had in my legacy campaign that I'm retelling at the moment, pretty fast at the beginning, after the place we are in now, the point of the story we are in now, we had 2 female players and 2 female characters, 2 male characters. But later we had like 3 female characters and 2 and then 3 males. And the male characters were like, we had the rogue, the Kenku rogue, and we had the male, the well-studied mage, and we had the cleric that was totally into art and beauty and singing, and then we had the half-orc warrior, like huge muscles and big weapons, and then we had the elven, the wood elf barbarian from the woods with like a huge elven scimitar, and that liked to use brute force to solve problems. And we had a fairy a fairy bard that preferred to use the axe in melee combat. And the group dynamic was just so amazing. It was so much fun playing with these people. I personally like to play male characters because it's easier for me to really get into character by doing that, and to have like an escape way to escape the real world a little bit. But as a DM, I like to mix it up. I like to have all kinds of characters. And I like to have like weak man, strong woman, strong man, weak woman, like a good mixture of everything. A good way of deciding the gender of a character for me is to, if it's not important to the story, so if it's not necessary for the character to be male or female, I just flip a coin and make it random. And by that, I like to sometimes to use random mechanisms like that to improvise a little bit, to be and then just go on from there, or just hey, I exactly know how this character will be, and the way the character acts, it's not necessary. It could be a male, it could be a female. Just make it random, because I don't want to have my own biases my unconscious biases to lead to me making like sexist, to falling into sexist, English words are hard. Vorurteile, prejudices. I hope you know what I mean. And so keeping it random is a good way for me to keep that in check. Yeah, definitely a shame how many people are weird. There are so many that guy and good guy and Karen stories out there, and it's like, why? Just be nice. In a world that is crazy and strange, be kind. And yeah, you like to play 50-50. That is cool too. Change things up, however you feel like it. Maybe he was nervous, but you never met him again. Well, that is that. I mean, there are worse things that could happen. Yeah, I mean, I hope earlier you told me that you have a really great and harmonious D&D group right now. So that's great then, that you found some people to have just have fun with. Okay, but I think this map is done for, and I think we are at the 2.5 hour mark. So I don't think that we will get another map done in like 10 minutes. I mean, I could take a look at the I could take a look at the prompt list again. What is the next prompt? The next prompt would be beam. Okay, I think I have some ideas, but nothing that would be like, yeah, 10 minutes. So I think we will just save here, and I change back to this screen, and we can just talk a little bit. And I put the chat over here on this screen, so I can look at you and don't have to look at the side to read your chat. So I can just look a little bit up and then up, down and then back up at you again. And then let's just chat for like 10 minutes or so, and then I think I will call it a day for now. Yeah, originally I wanted to play some Among Us tomorrow, but seeing that a lot of people have other plans, this is fine. I will maybe do some world building tomorrow, because if a lot of people that normally come and join my stream aren't there to play Among Us, they won't be probably around to watch the stream. And so I try something that is a little bit that I can do without a lot of people around. And we'll do some world building, because I have a lot of world building done for my homebrew setting of Androsil. And I'm so stoked about this world. I'm really thinking that I have created something that I can stick to longer. Because at some point I would love to create something and create a homebrew world or a full-fledged setting that I can publish. That I can have printed books, not only PDFs, but like a printed book that you can hold in your hand, that you could smell. This is like one of my long-term goals. That I want to do if I have like enough people that are excited for that. And so I've done starting at the end of last year, or around like October last year, I created a lot of world building, like a lot of articles over on World Anvil. But yeah, then I started map making and saw that, hey, I create world building and I post about my world building, and I don't have good pictures for that, and I'm not about taking just any pictures, and yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that. But as seeing that most people are more interested in my maps than in my world building, I got a little bit sidetracked, and I haven't done a huge amount of world building since then. So what I want to do is take my my world building articles that I have on my World Anvil, and a lot of them are first drafts. I never really went over them and revisioned them and made sure that everything has a nice structure. It was mostly my like world building notes for my D&D game. Some of the I still find sometimes I find sentences that are still in German. Because back in the day I used to write a lot in German and then translate it to English using a translation program, because it was easier for me. But that led to me overlooking some sentences, and then it's a mixture. Now I want to take these articles and revision them, go over them, see, do I like the ideas, the core ideas that are still in them, or do I don't like them? Like, for example, I have thought about, I want to make classes something special. So the first thing was I came up with the shards. Shards are something that make a character special because it allows them to, like in a magic manner, gain more power. So you go out there, have adventures, you collect XP, and this is something like you do, like it is an in-world thing. You collect power, and then through your shard you gain levels, and you can further your abilities through completing rituals. And by that you unlock more powers, and so people with shards can get more skilled a lot faster than normal people. And by doing that, I wanted to have an in-game explanation. Why do you level so fast if you go out and have adventures? Why is there the need for adventurers? Why, when there is a terrible monster, why does the town need the help of the party? Why don't they just group up, take some pitchforks, take some torches, and go hunt them down? I really like that aspect, because this is like one of the core aspects now of my world. Another thing I did is I thought about myself, okay, but then I want a place and a name for each class or each subclass. So I created like every PHB subclass has a place in my world. So if you want to play a Battlemaster, you have to go to the Imperial College, to the military academy, and learn there. If you want to be wizard, you have to go to the university. If you have to be barbarian of the barbarian berserker, you have to go to the temple of the Red Boar and learn that there. So I wanted to have like in-game places for all these classes, because I really like to not only have players make mechanical decisions, but I would like them to make their decision more like story-based and lore-based. The problem with that is, I kind of force my players onto different story paths, and when they have like, this can be nice if a player has like, I have no idea what I want to play, I looked through the list, this sounds really interesting, I have a great idea for a character for that. That is cool. That is a great way to do it. But if I have a character a player that has a great idea for a character and wants to play this class because he really likes the class, or he finds it really interesting, and he has this, or they have this great idea, and then they come to me and say, can I play this and that? And then I have to say no, because they are already in my world, and they are like this and that. And I hate to say no, because saying no to a player and to an idea is like shutting down their inspiration. It's like taking away this spark that makes this game so much more fun. Yeah, so I like to have like different places where you can find classes, but I don't want something for every little subclass, because one of the other problems is, hey, Tasha's Cauldron of Everything came out. There are new subclasses. I have no place for these subclasses in my world yet. So what I do? They don't exist in my world. So if I bring them in now, they feel like tacked on. And I don't like that. So I have to maybe rework the whole class structure system in my world a little bit. Yeah, that is like an example of things that I want to revision a bit. Then I have some homebrew that I have created. I have created several homebrew races. From reskinning the halflings to be more reminiscent of house cats, humanoid house cats, to give them something more special, because I struggle sometimes with halflings and gnomes because they look so similar, especially in D&D. And I think in that way I could give them something something on their own without having to come up with all the stats and stuff like that. Up to I created like I created a tiny race, a race of fairies that has wings, because I like Earthdawn, and there are the windlings, and it is a race that is up to like this big with wings, and they can fly. And it's totally not broken. You can play that in a game, and the ability to fly does not make them overpowered. Because they can't fly all the time, they get tired, they have to... and so on that. And thinking about D&D, yeah, they can fly up and then they just attack from above. Yeah, then give them that, then have one character throwing a net at them. Then they can't fly anymore. Problem solved. Or have like every archer taking aim at them, and they will think twice about flying too high, because now they are the perfect target. Oh, you would definitely play a fairy. That is nice to hear. Yeah, I mean, the race there needs to be a lot of playtesting, because there's the question, do I reduce their hit points because they're small and give them more AC for that because they're small? Do I limit their strength? Do I reduce the damage die they use for melee weapons? Wouldn't that mean that I make like this class like dedicated wizards because all the damage dice for the weapons are lowered? Would that still be fun? And stuff like that. And I have come up with something, and yeah, it definitely needs playtesting and a lot of tinkering while we play. So I will see if I find a player that is up to the challenge, or that is really interested in my fairy. I even have like 2 sub races, because I like the idea of having one of them being more modeled after the one of them is modeled after the sprites. They have like firefly wings, and lore-wise I take a lot from the sprites. And the others are like the pixies with butterfly wings. And yeah, I made up some lore, but I will talk on my world building stream more about them. And then I have the Umran. The Amran, or Umran in German, Amran in English. And I wanted to make something alien, because we don't really have great otherworldly races. We have like the Eladrin, that are like elves that change colors according to the seasons, but otherwise behave like elves with a like mood disorder bound to the seasons way. Or we have like the Shadakai that lived on the shadow plane and behave like elves that are grumpy. And yeah, I like the Raven Queen, and I like everything lore-wise surrounding that. But I want a race that is really alien and that is playable. And so I came up with the Umran. They are from a plane of twilight, you could say, where shadow and light meet. And they came to the material plane because of some disaster that happened back there, and they had to seek refuge in the main capital city. And yeah, I see the camera froze again. That's a nice point to be frozen. Yes. Okay, it's working again. So they came there, and the thing about the Amran is I modeled them from the looks a little bit like the Tweely in Twilight Princess. I mean, I can look up if I It's not that important because I changed them a little bit. So their proportions are a little bit off. They have longer arms, longer legs, longer arms, longer upper bodies. Their legs tend to be shorter. They can be shaped like pears. Then they can be like they have like different shapes that are vaguely humanoid, but you definitely see that they look strange. And yeah, they have a whole different understanding of culture and of gender, for example, because the Tweely are like a little bit of shape changing. They can deform themselves a little bit, or reform themselves, and each Tweely could assume any gender and bear children or father children. And that is not a huge deal for them in that way. Like this whole conception that being male or woman or whatever is bound by you can only have one. Is like it's pretty hard to grasp for them. So you have the very traditional Amren that like to stick to each other, that tend to be more fluid, and that they stick to their traditional wear and try to not mix with the humans and elves and dwarves of the capital. And then you have the more modernized and the younger generations that try to fit in, and they usually assume one gender, but they could change that at any point. And I like to play around with that because that idea is totally not mine. It's totally not original. Like so many things, and when you world build, I stole it from a sci-fi novel. Actually, it's about a planet where humans stranded there, and I think it's about Mars. But either way, he got to interact with this alien society that behaved in this strange manners, and I really liked the idea of that because it meant having like something that doesn't exist on Earth like that, like things that are totally other, totally like different to us, but in a way it is you can still grasp the concept and get into the concept and play it, and B, it doesn't give them a real advantage. It's not like if they change gender, they are still looking, I mean, they looked like otherworldly to begin with, and if you know them and they change gender, you still see that it's them. It is not like they become a totally different person. It's still them. They are just changed a little bit. Like we change our hair, they might change their gender. And this is like something I really want to explore more, and I really like the creation of that race. I gave them the ability to merge with shadows, so they can like slip into a shadow, and maybe I gave them the ability that they can teleport like a short range to a different shadow, which might be a little bit strong. Yeah, that's a point where I would need some playtesting again. I mean, I'm pretty sure that it's strong. I took that feat from another race, from the race sandbox I found online. So in theory, it should be balanced. But I mean, what is balance? That needs to be playtested. A little bit like Misty Step, yes, a little bit, but you can only target shadows, so you can only get from a shadow to a shadow. I think like 15 feet or so, or was it 30 feet? 30 feet would be a large range, so maybe something like this. But yeah, I would need to playtest that. But I think I talked enough about the Amren, and 30 feet is Misty Step, yes. But Misty Step, you can do it like everywhere you want. It's more like the shadow step from the Shadow Monk, but yeah, I need to see if this is, I will see if this is too strong. I wanted in the first thing I had in mind was to give them something that is thematically fitting. But okay, I think this will be it for today. I had a lot of fun talking with you. To be honest, I had more fun talking to you than making the maps. The map making was like in the background. We made some maps today, but in general we talked a lot, and I had a lot of fun. It was nice. And yeah, I hope you still have a great day and a great evening. You can relax a little bit, and yeah, I hope to see you tomorrow. If not, have a great second advent. Relax, stay safe out there. Your cartographer for this video was Koroc DM, and I hope you join me in the next one. Ciao!